Ryan Truschla with your tropical update for August 2nd. Tropical Storm Earl has just developed in the central Caribbean, and another wave in the eastern Atlantic should be watched. However, threat levels this week remain at the lowest DEFCON 5 condition. Right on cue, the Atlantic is starting to percolate as August begins, with Tropical Storm Earl located just southwest of Jamaica today. Earl is a moderate tropical storm but has the potential to intensify into a minimal hurricane as it tracks towards northern Belize over the next 36 hours. Look for Earl to enter the far southern Gulf of Mexico late on Thursday. However, a high-pressure system over the southern U.S. will continue to guide the storm on a westward path into the Mexican Gulf Coast on Friday, with even rainfall impacts remaining well south of the U.S. coastline. While Earl is not a concern for the U.S., its development is indicative that the environment in the Atlantic is becoming less unfavorable. The other feature to keep an eye on this week is a high-amplitude tropical wave currently in the eastern Atlantic. With there no longer being much African dust in the wind, this wave has the potential to slowly organize, especially as it enters the Caribbean this weekend and continues west early next week. Some members of the GFS ensembles have consistently indicated development, and the steering pattern is worth watching for the Gulf Coast, as a weakness in the ridging might allow this feature to track further north than Earl, should it in fact develop. Overall, chances for development are perhaps 25% over the next 7 days. Elsewhere, the Atlantic is quiet, and no development is expected. We'll have an update to our seasonal forecast for you next week, but going ahead and breaking you off with a little previews of the remix, things could be very interesting in 2 to 3 weeks, as a more supportive MJO pattern for deep convection may be timed to coincide with the peak period of the hurricane season. In the meantime, now you know what's happening in the tropics, keep watching the skies.